Hi there, welcome to the archive. My name is Fiscarbo1 and I upload whatever I want in here. Today we'll be doing something a little bit out of the ordinary for me, let's just say. We'll be reacting to Cole MacGrath versus Alex Mercer Death Battle. I don't particularly think reaction content is okay at times, depending on who's doing it at times. Well, that's kind of not a discussion for not a discussion for this video, but like there's right and wrong ways to do it. I'll be doing it the way I think is right. So yeah, link to the original video down below, and yeah, I am just gonna go on into it. I have played the Infinite series. I've played Prototype. Realistically, it's been one playthrough about a decade ago of the first game, but I do know Cole MacGrath quite well because I'm currently writing a review on Infinite 2, which is where most of the power set will come from, I assume. I have seen the previews, so I do know they're using good coal. And there's honestly, I think this battle could realistically go either way. I think what it will come down to is whether Alex can catch up to Cole or whether Cole can keep Alex away. That is genuinely what I think it will be. So I think I want to say Cole will win because I'm a huge Infinite fanboy. And that's kind of the main reason. But I want Cole to win using the Ionic Storm, personally, because I think that would be just a cool, flashy way to do it. If Alex wins, he's 100% consuming Cole. There's no doubt in my mind about that one. So let us hit play.
Cole MacGrath, the patron saint of Infamous.
Alex Mercer, the black
kind of right.
From Prototype. That's right, champions. You voted for it, so we're
oh yeah, this is the champion vote.
Long after these characters were ever relevant. Oh hey,
Unfortunately
look
true.
what I found in the trash. An old script we wrote for this very matchup way back in 2013.
Wait, we haven't looked at our trash in 10 years? A device that, upon erupting, destroyed much of the city and tore through Cole at the atomic level.
Killing him instantly. Nah, actually, he scooped up some superpowers. Cool, zippity-zappity superpowers. Pew.
More specifically, Cole became a conduit.
Correction, an activated conduit. Cole was born with the conduit gene. He that is an irritating, to me that's an irritating mistake to make. But it's a little understandable because the first game really doesn't explain it all that well. Even the second game, to my knowledge, doesn't explain it I don't know, the second game does a lot better job, but it's you have to go you have to play basically through the game in order to know about the conduit gene. But yeah,
This world needed a hero.
Cole's 27. He's 6 foot. Yeah, prime conduit. That yep. Parkour. Yeah, yep, definitely quit college. Red Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yep, that one I believe is just a reference to something he says in Festival of Blood.
For lightning attacks, he can also manipulate thermal, kinetic, and gravitational energies.
Arclight, Bioleech, Blast, yeah, bolts, grenades, gigawatt blades, gigawatt drain, induction grind, Carmack overload, lightning tether, radar pulse, rocket, stack thrusters, thunder drops. Yep, that's all his powers. Yep, that's looking good so far.
Magnetism is
the good news is he can actually change all of these on the fly. So he could straight up what's ones on the he could change his bolt from alpha to magnum on the fly. which I think is going to be really versatile for him.
Pretty broad after all. This
Ice grenades, shoot ice spikes, and let out some epic ice farts.
Okay.
He can levitate like Electric Iron Man, grind on
Yep.
rails like Shadow the Hedgehog, read your mind like Goku's muffin button, charge up with
Goku's what? Muffin Buffin? That is definitely something I don't know about.
extra karmic energy. Perfectly converting matter to energy is technically impossible, but hey, this is a video game. The mass
Yeah.
contained in that bullet, when multiplied by the speed of light squared, would release an energy equivalent to over 7 megatons of TNT.
I have underestimated the shield if it can absorb 7.3 megatons of TNT. Damn, that shield's powerful.
This means Cole's energy output is basically fueled by a nuclear reactor.
Oh, so he's
Wow.
like a living super bomb, always ready to go off. Sounds like my first ex-wife.
That would be very funny if they used evil Cole because of the fucking ionic drain.
Should he somehow
Giant tuning fork which lets him ring around the Rosie to death. Or he can just make lightsabers out of his hands. That's cool too. And because he follows Pokemon rules, Cole's extra resistant to electric.
Why is the RFI on Cole's arsenal? I guess he does use it. Technically doesn't amplify Cole's power levels. What? Kind of does. Cole needs to get to a kind of overcharged state to just use the damn thing, but the RFI kills him. That's not good.
Attacks.
with these powers, Cole chewed through
I guess it kind of makes sense on why he would have it though, because the best Cole would be right before he fight the Beast, and yeah, yeah, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but whatever.
Kessler's forces, including
Kessler having his exact same powers. Coincidence?
turns out the architect of Cole's misery was himself from an alternate future timeline.
Surprise!
Manipulating events from the shadows to ensure this version of
That's pussy shit. Evil Cole is way more awesome sus. He blows everything up. Collateral damage? Who cares? He can control fire.
Is that some kind of death battle thing that just I don't know about? Because otherwise that seems very random. I'm sure that's like supposed to reference how there was 2 Coles in PlayStation All-Stars, but that was just really random to me.
Well, that just happened. Oh, who wrote this shit? Kessler, tough enough to take on the Beast.
which possessed the power of the ray sphere itself.
Save Numerae from destruction, ice attacks, reach. Yeah. Split. Yes, he did that. Yeah. Yeah, all of those are accurate
It could
feats.
regenerate at an atomic level, and in order to stop a plague created by the ray sphere, Cole sacrificed his life, eradicating the
Yep.
conduit genes and saving all of humanity.
Sure, he also killed thousands of conduits in the process, but hey, what's a few corpses when building a better tomorrow? This trolley stops for no one.
Cole was remembered as a saint by the people of New Marais, as a hero by the friends he left behind, and an inspiration to future generations. A true testament to the responsibility of power.
Even if it makes no sense on how conduits exist after Infinite 2, but whatever. I will definitely be talking about that when I get to a Second Son review, whenever that happens.
By consuming victims, Alex also receives all their memories and experiences,
That was another thing that like I had to consider like when like thinking about this fight, because that is incredibly valuable in a fight. Like having experience from like potentially thousands of fights. The reason I'm edging into Cole is because Cole can stay at a long range distance. But yeah, that is definitely something worthwhile.
including Peter Randall, a mass, and forming nearly unbreakable armor. And when he wants to
So he has tendrils and whip fists. That will probably help break the gap. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, I only have vague memories of Alex, so
kill someone, consuming enough people, Alex reaches critical mass.
Alex itself can be viewed as a representation of his biomass reserves. It increases when he consumes and decreases when he performs devastator attacks. Oh, so his health decreases when he performs some of these attacks? I definitely didn't remember that.
And can unleash his evil.
And he learned the truth. He wasn't Alex Mercer at all.
He was the Blacklight virus itself, which absorbed the memories and likeness of the real Alex Mercer, who was not only dead, but actually responsible for all of this in the first place. To decipher this, I recreated the Blacklight virus myself, the most dangerous...
Why is it empty?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
So the man
They now both have evil twins. What the hell?
Alex was Alex just a virus after all? I mean, what's more human than the urge to conquer the world, drive its species to the slaughter, consume its raw genetic resources, and crown yourself king? Maybe the day Alex Mercer died was the day he truly became human.
Wow, that was intense.
Yeah, it was.
Didn't expect to get metaphysical on this death battle, but okay. Metaphysical, is that the right word?
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's
The
time
10-year-old
for a
debate
death
that should have ended a decade ago.
battle.
I knew there was going to be this the minute I knew the minute I saw it. I knew this was going to happen. They had to. They just had to. Ooh, Cole going in for the combo. Ooh, gigawatt blades.
You don't want to give me your power. Fine, I'll just take it. Good idea.
Ooh, karmic overload. Good save for Cole.
This world sure isn't perfect, but it's a lot better without you in it, asshole.
I called the winner. Little disappointed it wasn't with the Ionic Storm, but I wasn't. I just kind of wasn't. Good Cole doesn't bio leech too often, at least not when I play him. So that's probably why I didn't think it would go down to bio leech. Oh well. It is a valid tactic for Cole to use. It's a last ditch effort. So, yeah, fair game.
Now I know where that script was in the trash. I had to hear someone say awesome sauce.
When did they say awesome sauce? I was obviously not fully paying attention to what they were saying.
Opponents were incredibly but could Cole survive Alex's infection? Well, Alex would usually need to weaken an opponent to get that trick to work. Even then, the Ray Sphere incident that created
Ray Sphere creates conduit. Technically not true. Activates conduit gene. Kessler was unsure if Cole would survive its explosion, as stated in the Mission of the Truth. Yeah, the beast was torn apart by Ray Sphere, so Cole's survival accounts for his own. Yeah, that's true.
In the first place,
Partially, the first part's not true, but the latter half is true.
part reasonable to say Cole would be able to resist it.
Sure, Alex could.
Cole's bio-release strains neuroelectrical electricity from living things, which is partly responsible for healing the human body from wounds. Is likely okay. That's good reasoning.
Could have potentially consumed Cole's biomass to give himself an edge, but Cole could just do the same thing to Alex, absorbing his bioelectricity to power himself back up.
But nothing could challenge the
Cole was more powerful, yet better range off list. Resist the Blacklight virus, I could potentially see. Yeah, that was one thing that wasn't mentioned. Radar sense could counter Alex's disguise. That is something I definitely could see. Because in Infamous 2, one of the last things you get is the ability to see who's infected with the plague. And it's very rare you can even see who has the conduit gene. Vulnerable to possible corruption, yeah. Smarter, more experienced, definitely. Harder to kill due to regeneration. Notably slower. Fair enough. That is fair enough.
Couldn't stand up to Cole's might.
Just like how Cole could
Sasha's organic mind control and mind Star controls mind and physically alters his victim. Yeah, true. Wait. Actually, yeah. That is actually very true. Sasha's tar could make made the Reapers, and it did physically alter people. That is actually a very odd coincidence that I didn't even think about about this. But yeah, Sasha's tar is actually fairly similar to the Blacklight virus. I didn't even think of that.
could overpower Kessler despite his resistance to electricity, or how he resisted Sasha's mind control powers, which were eerily similar to the Blacklight virus.
But I bet you're wondering, what if Alex fought evil Cole instead?
Oh, he could whip twice as hard.
Well, Alex got the Cole shoulder, just like this stupid script.
The winner is Cole MacGrath.
Good job, Cole. Let's just see who's fighting next time. Megatron versus Frieza. Okay. Honestly, that was a pretty good death battle. I did kind of see it going that way at a certain point, but like Death Battle always tries to keep it like interesting, to like try to seem like it's a fair fight even when it's really not. But yeah, that was honestly a lot more one-sided than I thought. I thought Alex was a lot more powerful than I guess he actually was. And they didn't even mention much of the comics for Infamous, because the reason I brought up like the Cole being a conduit before the Ray Sphere Blast was because conduits are much more durable even before they getting their powers. There's an example in the comics where Cole was there was a story told by Zeke, Cole's friend, where Cole was hit by a truck. There's two versions of the story. The version that actually happened was Cole was hit square in the chest by a semi-truck and rolled under two of its tires, and then walked out of the hospital the next day with just some cuts and bruises. So conduits, even before getting their powers, are extremely durable. Yeah. Don't forget to check out the original Death Battle down below. Check out some other Death Battles. Some of my favorites are basically anything with Yzma, which is only two, which is Nightwing versus Daredevil and Red Mask, Red Hood, and Winter Soldier. Those are some good ones. Or anything with Deadpool. Those are also usually pretty good. Or at least they're a good time, at the very least. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I'm Scared One, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Later.